If you're wondering what biomarkers are, why you should track them, which ones you should track, this is the video for you. We're talking about biomarkers for hormonal health, for metabolism, and longevity. Are you experiencing fatigue despite sleeping well through the night, weight gain without reasonable cause or lifestyle changes, brain fog, and low motivation? This means your body is trying to tell you something, and the answer might just be found in your biomarkers. So, what are biomarkers? Biomarkers are measurable indicators of your internal health. They reveal hormone levels, metabolism, inflammation, and more. They also provide early warning signs for more serious conditions and are detected through blood work. And this is why tracking matters. One test or one set of lab work or blood work is going to give you a single snapshot into your biomarkers at that time. But trends over time or having your lab work done regularly is going to be what's going to provide real insight, because that allows you to see your body change over time, which you can't see those internal changes, but through your lab work, you can. Tracking is going to help you detect these changes early and optimize your health long term. The key biomarker categories for women that we'll be talking about today are hormonal, including estradiol, progesterone, testosterone, and a thyroid panel; metabolic, which includes insulin levels, ApoB, glucose, and HbA1c; and HSCRP, which is an inflammatory biomarker. So let's jump right into those hormonal biomarkers. Estradiol is going to be your primary estrogen hormone. It supports your menstrual cycle, bone health, and reproduction. If you have low estradiol, you're going to experience symptoms like fatigue, mood swings. If you have high estradiol, you're going to have more bloating and weight gain. Progesterone is going to be your menstrual cycle regulator. It supports your sleep, your cycle, and your fertility. If you have low progesterone, you're going to see more of an irregular menstrual cycle, as well as the potential of infertility or difficulty conceiving. If you have high progesterone, you're going to be experiencing fatigue and water retention. Testosterone isn't just for men. It's going to help improve your energy, your muscle growth, and it's produced naturally in our bodies, and it supports energy levels, helps build muscle, and improves your cognitive function. If you have low testosterone, in women, it's going to cause fatigue and low libido. High testosterone is going to cause irregular periods and potentially more acne. Having a thyroid panel done is another great option, because you have lots of different hormones here. You have your TSH, your T3, and your T4. All of these work together in the thyroid to help regulate your metabolism, and they also help control your energy levels. So your low thyroid levels are going to cause more weight gain and fatigue. High thyroid levels encourage weight loss, not always the good kind though, and an increased heart rate. Metabolic biomarkers are up next, and we have insulin, which is not just for diabetics. It's going to be a blood sugar regulator for all of us. It helps maintain your glucose and energy levels and manages your nutrient metabolism. High insulin is going to lead to weight gain and cravings, where low insulin is going to lead to a higher blood sugar and fatigue levels. ApoB is an indicator for bad cholesterol in the body. It measures harmful cholesterol particles like your LDLs and your VLDLs, and it can help predict cardiovascular risk. If you have high levels, you're going to have an increased risk of heart disease. Low levels is going to be that lower risk of heart disease. Glucose and HbA1c, these are another one you see a lot with people who have diabetes, but it matters for all of us. They're going to be measuring your blood sugar levels, both past and present. Glucose is your current blood sugar level at the time the blood work is being done. Your HbA1c is your average blood sugar level over the last couple of months. So it helps see more insights into how things have been going over the past little bit. High levels are going to cause excessive thirst and urination, You're also potentially at an increased risk for diabetes if you don't have that already. Low levels are going to cause dizziness, shaking, confusion. Next up are inflammatory biomarkers. And the primary one that we're talking about here is hsCRP, and it is the indicator of chronic inflammation in the body. It measures inflammation throughout your whole body and aids in predicting cardiovascular disease risk. If you have a high hsCRP, you'll likely experience fatigue, muscle stiffness, headache, all of this kind of associated with a chronic low-grade inflammation. Having a low hsCRP means that there is a lower level of chronic inflammation in the body and also a lesser risk of cardiovascular disease. The power of tracking. This is where biomarkers really become important because all of those levels are great to see in a single snapshot, but consistency is going to be key here when you're working with biomarkers. You want to use a high quality testing service, which we will get to in just a minute, and you're going to get better and more accurate results from a higher quality service, and also when you are consistent or are regularly addressing and tracking those biomarkers. And remember, tracking without taking action is going to be a waste of your time and your money. It's not always super cheap to have these biomarkers done regularly. And so if you're not taking action to change the ones that need to be changed, it is going to be taking a lot of money without giving you a lot of benefit. So how to start tracking your biomarkers? Step number one is to choose a testing provider. There are so many out there. You can go directly to your doctor or your healthcare provider. If you are looking for a more customized option that maybe matches your lifestyle goals or other goals that maybe you wouldn't go talk to a doctor about, you have other companies that are going to provide you a wide range of lab work and biomarkers that honestly do a great job at helping you really elevate or optimize your life through biomarker tracking. So these are going to be companies like Life Force, Hone Health, or Function Health. And these are all companies that will help you either get your blood work done, or Life Force will send someone directly to your house if you don't even want to leave, and they will run your lab work and then help you meet with a provider and talk through all of those results, help you interpret the results so you don't have to do that on your own, which I highly recommend. And then it will help you get a plan or a program in place to help improve those biomarker levels where needed. That may include supplements, prescriptions, lifestyle changes, any of those things that are going to really help improve those little areas in your life. So after you choose a testing provider, you will want to review your results with a professional. And there are options out there that don't involve meeting with a professional as part of your biomarker research and study. And I would not recommend, unless you're really familiar or really love the DIY approach. I think meeting with a professional, whether that's a doctor or another type of healthcare provider, I think that's really important to help get an accurate interpretation of those results, which is why I love the Life Force, because that's offered in both of their subscription options. You get to meet with a provider. You have a dedicated 45-minute call with them, which is honestly longer than most people get to spend with their doctor. I believe Hone Health also has that option included with one of their memberships, or you can buy it as an add-on. So make sure that you review those results with a professional and then make the lifestyle changes that are recommended or that you feel are going to best benefit you. Step number 4 is to retest regularly. This is where you're going to get the most benefits from, is retesting and then making those lifestyle changes again. So you kind of get to go through those last 3 steps over and over, slowly improving those biomarkers and also just noticing those changes. Some of that may occur naturally, and just being able to be one step ahead of your health. So overall, I would recommend starting with a quality provider and then sticking with them. It is an investment, but it's also an investment in your health that is worth making.